TMS is very happy to announce the TMS Training Days 2019 in Germany. We will offer 2 full days that will make sure that you get the max out of our tools. The first day is dedicated to TMS Business. That's why it's called TMS Business Masterclass. The speaker is Wagner Landgraf himself, who is responsible of implementing all of the TMS business tools. So you can be sure that you'll get first-hand knowledge of XData, RemoteDB, and of course the smaller products like TMS Scripter, TMS Diagram Studio, TMS Workflow Studio, TMS Data Modeler, and of course one big one that I have forgotten, TMS ORM solution, TMS Aurelius. So looking at the agenda, there's 8 hours of high quality content. And even if you haven't adopted all of the tools or even one of the tools, there is all sorts of levels for you. There's beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced level. So for example, the day starts off with a session that introduces you to the TMS business world. All the products inside of the business toolset will be introduced. You'll get to know about their feature set, and most importantly, you'll know when to use which tool. The second session is a little bit more advanced, but still intermediate. You will learn about how to incorporate object relational mapping instead of simply using databases into your application. That means 2 products will be covered, mainly TMS Aurelius and of course the TMS Data Modeler to visualize your databases. Session number 3 and the last session before a warm lunch will be about REST APIs. Everybody talks about REST. What is REST? Why do we need REST? When do we need it? And most importantly, how can we use REST with the TMS toolset? The products covered here will be TMS XData and of course as well TMS Sparkle, because TMS XData is built on top of TMS Sparkle. After the lunch, you'll get a slightly easier session with beginner level. In this session, we'll cover 3 products that, as Wagner calls it, that bring you solutions for problems that you thought you never had. These products are the TMS Scripter, TMS Echo, and TMS RemoteDB. TMS RemoteDB, as a personal note, is a product that I learned to love because TMS RemoteDB helps you to migrate database VCL applications quickly from one-tier database desktop applications to multi-tier database applications. Before the coffee break, we're going to dive into the cloud. You'll learn more about TMS XData and TMS Sparkle, how to put your REST API service into the clouds. You'll learn about security, and of course, it'll be a deep analysis of hands-on examples that you can use for future products. This is the only really advanced session that would require some knowledge about TMS XData and TMS Sparkles to start right away. However, as during the day you learn about these products, it should still be easy to follow. Finally, the last session after a coffee break is where Wagner brings all the different products together. Further, he'll give you first-hand knowledge of the roadmap of the future, and you'll have the chance to brainstorm with him what next features to implement, and of course you'll be able to ask your questions, and he'll give a summary of the whole day. So after this extensive first day about the TMS business products, the second day is called the TMS Intensive Day. On that day, all other products from the TMS product palette will be covered. First of all, let me start by telling you that there's many speakers from the product team on site. For example, you'll get Adrian Galero from Uruguay, who is the principal architect of TMS Flexel. Then, of course, Bruno Ferens will be there as the CEO of TMS Software. Jose Leon Serna will introduce you to a brand new product out of the TMS product line. Marion Kandau will introduce you to the security aspects and the TMS cryptography pack. Roman Jankowski will talk about TMS Fix Insight. And of course, Wagner won't leave after his TMS business day and will still be on site for questions. Roman Kassebaum will also be on site, a fellow Embarcadero MVP. He will be supporting Bruno, presenting the new features of the new version of TMS WebCore, version 1.3. And I myself will be there as well, so if you're interested, you can meet the voice behind all the TMS videos in person that day. So let's have a look at the agenda of the second day. After a welcome, you'll learn about TMS VCL UI pack. VCL has been a little bit in the background recently, but now we're starting up to focus on the VCL again, especially as high DPI VCL styles, office styles, and superior image support based on the new technologies introduced into the VCL have been included in the TMS VCL UI pack as well. So Bruno will give a detailed session about these new features and all the components included in that pack as well. Then Marion will introduce you to the TMS cryptography pack, focusing on signing PDF files. Then Adrian will talk about FlexCell, what is FlexCell, and how you can take advantages of FlexCell. For me, for example, FlexCell is the #1 product to generate reports. I know it's not advertised as a reporting solution. However, FlexCell comes with great features also to create and sign PDF files. After a warm lunch, Jose and Bruno will introduce you to a new groundbreaking product for Delphi developers. I will not say more at this point, but whenever Bruno announces something and declares it groundbreaking, it means it's going to be groundbreaking. After that session, Roman will introduce us to TMS Fix Insight. Bruno and Roman will show TMS WebCore 1.3. And finally, the last session of the day. What a great honor after all these amazing speakers. You'll hear about how to put all these products that you heard about together. I'll show a TMS XData backend with TMS WebCore frontend, also using some alternatives using TMS FNC UI. But the key is to bring all technologies that you learned on that day together in one big product. Of course, this is going to have demonstration character, but still you'll learn about the technologies and methodologies, how to build a product that makes use of all the technologies introduced on the TMS Dev Intensive Day. Of course, in the end, you'll have plenty of time to ask all the speakers questions and discuss any topic that you would like to discuss. Just a few words to the location. The location will be the Lindner Hotel Airport in Düsseldorf, Germany. You'll see the address right there. It's only 5 minutes from the airport in Düsseldorf. Very important for me, coming from the States as well. And as you hear me talking in English, that's also the key aspect of these 2 days. All sessions will be in English, even though the event location will be in Germany. All sessions will be held in English, because even though the native language of the speakers hardly is English most of the time, however, we have to find a common denominator. And as most of us don't speak Spanish or French or Dutch or German, English is the common denominator that we picked for all these sessions. Registration is open right now as we speak, and the regular price is 295 euros. If you want to attend both days, it's 495 euros. And we have a nice present for you as well. If you attend the TMS Business Masterclass, you'll receive a free copy of the book Introducing Delphi ORM, which is a book about the TMS Aurelius and is available from A-Press right now. If you look at the link above, tmssoftware.com/site/tmsday November 2009.asp, you will also find the link to the registration form where you can sign up for 1 or 2 days. Don't hesitate too long, because the TMS Business Masterclass is highly restricted with 20 seats, and we have 50 seats available for day number 2. So don't wait too long to book your tickets.